All right, welcome everyone, because there's so many of you. In today's video, I'm going to talk about one thing that I touched in my previous video, and that was small steps and how to make small steps and why to choose to make small steps in life. It's As I told you in the last video, it's so easy to think about change in a way that you have to do everything in the same time, and you have to do like a massive change in once. And what I've seen in myself and in others is that that is not really a sustainable way of doing or making change. So today I want to go a bit more deeper into that and explain more of the benefits of it, and hopefully I will motivate you to start making small steps in life instead of making massive ones and overloading your system. I'm sorry. So for first of all, as I just said, the biggest reason why we should do baby steps or small steps in life is to not overload our system, because if you compare this, because like making a change and evolve and changing anything in your life is it's like you're training a muscle. It's not an actual muscle, but you can compare it to that. So in order to train something, you need to ease into it. You can't just go full on this like right away and then think that you're gonna have like a sustainable way of doing this change. The biggest reason why people as in January we all buy this gym card and we start training super hard for a week and then we end up not going back because we went too hard in the beginning and we did it too intensely. That's so common. And I think it's a good thing that we want to make a big change right away, but it's not actually the truth of what's the best way. So one thing is to not overload your system, and when you're not overloading your system, you actually have energy and motivation left to do it next day. So in that way, you lower your expectations. And actually there's studies of that when you lower your expectation of an outcome, you you lower your just your level of what you want to achieve. Then they've seen that you actually achieve more than that, because like you take away the pressure, the feeling of that I must do this, and the stress about having to do this massive thing. So when we take that away, we actually end up performing better, because we can still have this feeling of creativity. It makes it more fun because it's achievable, and we're able to actually achieve that small step instead of making a big expectation of a big change. Then that's harder to reach and to achieve, and it's open up to more possibilities of feeling like we're failing, or just taking away this creativity side of it, and it makes it more boring, right? So another reason why to make small steps is so you can have more fun and feel more easily that you're actually achieving stuff. And by feeling that you achieved one thing, accelerate a good feeling of believing that you can achieve other stuff. So it's just actually a way of making the ball roll, And if it's one thing that is really important for us humans, is that if we're going in to do something, it doesn't really matter what it is. It could be on work or personal stuff. It's really important for us to stay to be able to stay motivated and to actually achieve and go through blockage or whatever. It's important for us to feel that we can handle it. That's one of the things. Like, it needs to be manageable, and to be able to be manageable, we need to be able to understand what it is we're doing. We need to like grasp the picture of it. And if we understand the frame and like why we're doing this and how we're doing it, and what kind of steps to take, because we make it understandable for ourselves. So once we do that, we also create, by doing that, we create a meaningfulness in that. So these three things makes us more motivated to do a change, because we can feel that we actually can do it, it's manageable, and we understand all the parts of it. It's super important. And by that we get motivated, and we feel like or actually by that we feel a meaning, and if we feel a meaning, we can feel that we are actually motivated to do it. So it's a really good thing to use this specifically, this three things, to make it manageable, understandable, and meaningful. So that's a really good thing to bring when you're thinking about making a change, and to actually go through like why you're making this change, to find this three things, so you can actually feel your motivation to continue to do it. And if you're motivated to do something, then it feels so much easier, right? And when it feels easier, it feels like we can actually achieve. We're walking around with the feeling that we can do this. We have a belief in ourselves, and that makes us actually going forward much more easier. And by that, just heaviness that can like come when you're trying to make a change, you know, when you're overloading, when you're making a big difference, like a big change, it's overloading your system. And by taking that away, by doing small steps and manageable and understandable and meaningful kind of approach to it, and or have at least having that layers in your change, it takes this weight away. So you feel more light, you feel that it is manageable, right? And then that makes it more fun. And when it's fun, we keep on motivating ourselves. And with this, we start like making a positive acceleration, I think you can say, of making a change. So if you can continue to do small steps in a manageable, understandable and meaningful way, that will just blow your fucking system in a good way, because it's a new thing for your system if you haven't done this before, and you will feel the difference. Like, you will feel motivated, as I've said, and you will feel like happy about doing stuff and achieving stuff, and that happiness and that motivation will make you do more. So when you trying to make a change in a different area in your life, and like you have this experience of, actually I did that thing that I put my mind to and brought down into small steps, and actually came to action about it, it just makes it more fun, and I promise you, you will achieve much more than you do, or than you would do if you try to make a big change in once. So remember this, and try to, or just remember the thing that I said in the beginning, that like, if we lower, this is studies that shows this, so it's not me just making shit up. If you lower your expectation of an outcome and of a prestation, so if you lower your expectation of a thing that you were supposed to do, you end up actually making or doing better in it. So instead of just putting a really high expectation of stuff, try to lower that and see what happens. Just play with it, right? That's like, we're here in this world, in this body, and we are just an instrument of this, like the body is just an instrument, so we can just play with it and see like what happens if I make small steps instead of large ones. I have the reason why I actually started to use this as a method of going forward in life is when I was up in the north of Sweden and hiking, and I was studying at the time, and we went to this trip with the school, and we were walking up a mountain, and it was quite steep, and we were all super tired. My teacher said, guys, just as long as we don't stop, and just as long as we do like make tiny step up toward, like up this hill, we will end up getting there, right? But we don't want to like overload the system, because then we have to rest so much more. We have to like it will take much longer, because we will walk and then be super tired, needed to rest for a while, and then to walk and rest and walk and rest, instead of just doing small, like tiny steps, to not overload and to be in the level where the body actually can manage to take the steps, right? And that just made a massive difference for this hike, and it made a big difference for everyone in the group, because we end up just walking super slow, but we got up, and we got up with energy left, with a super happy feeling of actually achieving it. And that just made everyone in the group so much more stronger in their own belief of what they actually can do, and what they actually can manage to do in life. So that was a really big lesson for me, and I've played with that ever since, and it's a massive thing to do the small stuff. Because as I said in the last video, like if you make a long perspective of 5 years and you do like tiny steps every day, it's a massive change. But it is also hard to see from day to day that you're making a difference, and that you're evolving, and that you're making changes, because it's kind of hard to see when you just look at the small perspective. But if you put that into, like, as I said, like a 5 years perspective, it's a total different thing, and you will really see that a lot of changes happens. And the fun thing with this is, the goal with making small steps is to not overload your system, so you can feel motivation, joy, and everything. And if you go that road, or that way of making change, you will see that it's fun, it's nice, because you actually feel that you can manage, and that will create even more creativity and more a feeling of wanting to do more. So just a thing from me to you today is to try to make baby steps in life, and play with that and see where it gets you. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope that this brought you any value, or yeah, just some kind of value at least. And if you want to see more like this kind of videos, and if you want me to keep on inspiring you and develop myself in this, it would be really nice if you hit the subscription, or if you like or comment this, because it makes me, like, it motivates me. It's feedback, and feedback makes us grow, right? So if you want to help me with that, I would be more than happy to receive that, whatever it is. And yeah, I think that's what I want to say today. And guys, I made a short video. Yay! So goodbye. Okay, so it's the day after that I recorded this video that you just saw. My hair is everywhere. And I just wanted to share a thing that I feel is super important for me to share if I'm gonna be transparent in this channel. And this is me feeling that or believing that I need to make a massive change at once. You see, like, even if know all this stuff, even if I talk about it, even if I've been implementing it into my life for quite some time now, I still have this. I was on my way to say demons, but it's not really demons, but I still have these beliefs in my system, integrated in my system, that believes that I need to make a big change at once. And I know that's not the truth. I know it's not how it works in a sustainable way. And I've been feeling super shitty about myself this, like, yesterday and today. Yesterday when I recorded the video, I felt super empowered and super clear with my vision. And then in the afternoon, I just lost that feeling completely. And I felt afraid of failing. I felt really vulnerable in doing this. And I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I even doing this in English? Why aren't I doing it in Swedish? And I just tried to solve all my problems at once, and that just overloaded my system. As I told you, that you overload your system whenever you try to make everything at once. And yeah, so I basically just wanted to share with you that it's not an easy task to change and to evolve and to stick to a thing that you want to do and keep on doing that and evolving that. It's not always easy, and it's not always like, even if you make small steps, which I try to do, it's interesting to observe it within myself that my system and my old belief system still thinks or believes that I need to change everything at once. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you, and just so hopefully to give some validation to you if you're trying to make a change and you end up like me, feeling stressed or feeling overwhelmed by it, because the mind, at least my mind, easily wants to go into that direction of doing everything at once and having all the answer at the same time, and yeah, just lack of patience with things, and this is a big lesson for me to see that even if I can feel great about it, like making small steps and really enjoying that, I can also have days where I'm super confused, and a day where I feel that nothing is happening. I don't get the results that I want to. But that's just a story that I'm telling myself. And yeah, I just wanted to say all this just because a validation of life isn't always in a linear way like linear. It's just not straight, It goes up, it goes down, it shakes a bit, it feels super awesome, it feels super shitty, and especially being a woman, having my cycle and all. And yeah, I promised myself to be honest and to be authentic and to be real towards myself and to all of you who's watching in this channel. And so this is a part of that. Me actually taking action of making this into like a real, authentic and honest channel. And with that said, I still know that small steps is the best way to go. I just need to remind myself of that. And yeah, this happened, me feeling shitty, insecure, like just shitty and overloaded, is because yesterday I tried to solve all my problems at the same time, and that overloaded me, and now I'm experiencing the aftermath of that. So this is a message from Marie as well, to do not try to make everything at once, because that does not go well. Or maybe it's just me, I don't know. Literally, I'm just trying to make my day work, and I'm just trying to make my life work, and I'm trying to follow my inner guides and all. So yeah, live from Maria's room. Today is a great day to be alive, even though I don't really believe in it like just right now. But it is. Every day is. It's just contain different lessons and different experiences. So I'm gonna try to take this day and yesterday as a lesson and as experience that can just enhance my life in the future. And yeah, I hope I gave you some kind of some value, as I always say, even if I'm not perfect, because this is the whole thing. Not the whole thing, but it's a big part of life. It's not meant to be perfect. Although a perfectionist as me wants that. And that's just showing me that I still have more to learn. And that is saying to me that, Maria, if you still have things to learn, which we will always have, it's just our ego so that believes that, ooh, I'm done with this, so now I can go on and I will never have this problem again. It's not the truth. But I forgot what I was gonna say. So I guess I'm gonna just edit these 2 videos together and post it and try to not be perfect. Bye.